Construction measurements and rates, part 2. I will be responding to this question that I received in part 1, how you measure wall per square feet. Originally, I had planned to go about the series in a step-by-step way, starting from first principle, how you measure each item of the work. But on seeing the questions, I decided that I will respond to the questions in a video, if possible, and then I can revert to what I had planned to do originally, because I want to set the background and I want to start from the basics. This person seemed to know that walls are measured in square unit, and yes, walls are measured in squared units, and in Jamaica's case it would be officially square meters. But we all have an appreciation that most of us are not comfortable with metric, and so I'll work with the square feet or square yard as it applies. And when items are measured in squared unit, it means that you apply two measurements, only two. In this case, it would be the length of the wall, which is the horizontal run. So you stretch out your tape and you measure the wall, that's a length. And the length is stated first. So these are some of the things we would understand. If I should write down a number or a measurement, and I put 10 feet first, it means that's a length. And then you apply the height in this case for wall. So it's length times height. For example, if you have a wall that is 10 feet long, you multiply it by the height and say 8 feet high, that would work out to 80 square feet. And if you want to come to square yard, you do the conversion. To convert from square feet to square yard, you divide by 9. So 9 square feet make 1 square yard. In this case, you divide the 80 square feet by 9 and you get the square yard. Then you apply the rates. For the metric measurement, it will be the length in meters multiplied by the height in meters, and you get square meters, and you apply the rate. So the Incorporated Master Builders provides the rates in both metric and imperial, so you can have an appreciation. And it's always good to note you can't have too much knowledge, so you know what a square yard looks like and what a square meter looks like. The example that I used with a 10 feet long wall by 8 feet high, it will be 80 square feet divided by 9, give you 8.89 square yards, rounded off to 9 square yards. In your mind, visualize a wall 10 feet long by 8 feet high or 9 feet, and it will give you 9 square yards. Laying the block and filling the block pocket, and you have different rates that would apply depending on where you are doing it. So if you're at ground level, it's one rate different from if you're at a higher level. And it will be wise if you get one of these books for yourself, these manual, to guide you. The rate that the Incorporated Master Builders Association gave for laying blocks at ground level, let me read it for you so I don't make any mistake, is $1,278 per square yard, or $1,529 per meter square. I did the square foot calculation and it will be $142 per square foot, right? So 142 per square foot, 1,278 per square yard, 1,529 per meter square, and you can work that down to per block. I hope this was helpful. Please engage me, share the content, like it, so that others can come on board, ask your questions, and I'll answer if I'm able. I do not purport to know everything. I'm just sharing what I know. Thanks.